Hi Gamestar educators, my name is Katya and today we're going to focus on a Gamestar Mechanic Class Project called Just a Few Sprites. This project focuses on game designing within strict parameters. So over here I am in my workshop and I'm going to scroll down to one of my classes and click on Class Projects. If you haven't used a class project before, you might want to watch the class project tutorial video to learn how they work. At the bottom of my class projects page, I'm going to click on Add a New Project, and I can see from the project catalog that there's a project here called Just a Few Sprites. I'm going to view it and first look at the lesson plan. So this project is all about making a game with only a few sprites. And we find that a lot of students get really excited about adding as many sprites as possible to the game, especially adding tons of enemies. And if you want some tips on how to deal with that, you can watch our game design pitfalls video on this channel as well. So in this project we talk about making a game with not very many sprites at all. So there's a warm-up in this lesson plan that encourages you to divide your students into groups and have them design a physical game, not on the computer, using things like rubber bands, paper clips, paper cups, pennies, erasers, or sticky notes. Give them just a few objects for each group, maybe 5 objects, and have them make a game within just a couple minutes using those objects. And then talk about their experience. They don't have very much to work with here, so what was fun about making a game in those parameters? What was difficult about making a game with strict parameters? After they're done sharing their ideas about this project, it's time to go into Gamestar Mechanic and do a similar activity in Gamestar Mechanic itself, game designing. So if we go back to the project catalog, click again on Just a Few Sprites, and go to Preview and Assign. Here is the teacher's view of the project page where you can read what the students will read about the project. You can edit instructions specific to your class. And there's a couple games down here that give good examples of games that use just a few sprites. So you'll notice in these games there's no enemies. So this game is all about collecting energy in an environment that is dangerous with the damage blocks at the bottom. And you'll notice that this energy meter over here is going down very quickly. So the challenge in this game is not to destroy or run away from enemies, but to collect enough energy so that you don't run out. And you see that I ran out here and now I have to try the level again. It's a fun game, challenging, but it only uses a couple sprites and is still very engaging. So if we look at what this looks like from a student perspective, here's what the students would see when they build Just a Few Sprites game. You'll see over here on my sprite tray that I only have 16 sprites total to work with. And for a lot of students, their own workshops will be full of many more. There's no enemies here. If I click on enemies, it says there's nothing there. There's only a couple blocks. There's a few items, including an energy meter. There I have 2 avatars, a top-down and a platform avatar, and then a couple system sprites. So there's a timer, there's a point collector, a score, a health meter, and an energy meter. So these are all different goals and rules that you can use in the system to make the game challenging and fun without using many sprites and without using enemies. This is a great project to get your students thinking about how to make challenge in a very limited and focused way. So it's good for them to learn about parameters. It's good for them to explore other ways of putting challenge into their games without something that they might usually do, like adding lots of enemies at once. So have fun with this Just a Few Sprites project, and again, if you're new to class projects, watch the class projects tutorial. The link will be in the comments. Thanks!